numb. You know what I mean? It's just another day at the office, another day being a Wizards fan. You know what I mean? It's extremely disappointing. Playing on a road trip, second game of the road trip against the Clippers. We just played them last Saturday, and they lost. We lost against the Clippers at home. Trying to get a win back. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. You know what I mean? We had chances. We had opportunities. It looked like we were going to get the win. You know what I mean? Certain parts of the game, especially when we went up double digits, it looked like we were getting things together. We were looking much much better than we have at times on offense. It looked like we might have got the win tonight, but we know how the Wizards do, and they did the same thing that they usually do. You know what I mean? Can't hold a lead. When we go up double digits, you know that's not going to last long. I mean, that happens literally every game. We can't hold a double-digit lead. Like a double-digit, 15-point lead. You can't hold that lead. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just upset. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm not getting as angry as I have been and maybe lost 4, lost 5. You know what I mean? But this... I'm not as angry. Now, there were some good things that occurred tonight because there were chances. I thought we could have got the win tonight. You know what I mean? So, with that said, let's get right into it. Since we lost the game tonight, I'm going to start with the things that I like. You know what I mean? I thought that when the game started, I thought that we made an emphasis on moving the ball. Things that we saw last game against the Nuggets. We had a season-high 40-plus assists that game. So we came into this game continuing that trend of moving the ball, passing up decent shots for good shots. Everybody touching the ball for the most part, you know what I mean? So I definitely like that. We also emphasize pushing the pace after makes especially, but even misses. We rebounded the ball and pushed the pace, tried to speed the game up. Especially earlier in the game, I thought, you know what I mean? I didn't think we were as effective later in the game as earlier in the game, but we did make an emphasis, try to push the pace, which I like, you know what I mean? We also had an emphasis on trying to get the ball into the paint, scoring in the paint. That's where we have better success compared to shooting from the three-point line, even though we have been hot recently from the three-point line. We are a team that plays inside out. You know what I mean? We got to get the ball into the post, hope the defenses collapse, and then get the ball out to the wide open shooter. You know what I mean? That's how we play. That's how we have our most success on offense. And I felt that we were doing that at times tonight as well. You know what I mean? I was happy with KP Porzingis making an effort to score in the post. You know what I mean? Making a point to stay in the post more on the offensive end. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been shooting as many threes as he has been at times in the season. He shot 3 threes tonight, which is really like my max for him attempting. You know what I mean? 3 threes a game. He shot 3 threes a game. He shot 3 tonight. He was 0 for 3. He was only 8 for 19 from the floor, you know what I mean? But of those 19 shots, only 3 of them were three-point attempts. So I do like that. I wish his field goal percentage was higher, you know what I'm saying? 8 for 19 isn't really too good. He had 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, you know what I mean? So he had a decent all-around game, you know what I mean? But it wasn't good enough. But I did like the fact that he is starting to understand that he is 7'3", and he needs to be playing much more in the post, you know what I'm saying? He just needs to convert, because for being 8 for 19, the tallest player on the floor, can't score against shorter defenders, is something that needs to change. He has to get better at scoring against shorter defenders, dominating. He has to dominate against a team like the Clippers that were short-handed in the front court and having small forwards, power forwards, guarding him at times on the switch, and he just can't convert, you know what I mean? He has to convert in the post. He got to do better, you know what I mean? But I like the fact that he making it more of an emphasis to try to at least score in the paint. Score inside the three-point line, you know what I mean? I thought Kuzma was effective on both ends of the floor tonight. He also pushed the pace, did a little bit of everything. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. You know what I'm saying? 1 for 6 from the 3-point line. So we didn't shoot the 3-point ball that well tonight. 25 attempts as a team, 9 makes. So that's 36%, you know what I mean? So we definitely didn't shoot the 3-point shot well. And Kuzma only was 1 for 6 from the 3-point line, you know what I mean? So I don't like that, but I did like the fact that, you know, he was a little more effective. He made a long distance 3-point shot tonight, and I definitely like that. But I thought he was in my opinion, I thought that he wasn't as out of control tonight as he has been in some of our recent games. You know what I mean? So I definitely like that. We had a 6-0 run in the first quarter where we forced the Clippers to call a timeout. So again, I liked how we started this game, how we were playing. We played well for really 3 quarters, maybe 2.5, 2.75 quarters, you know what I mean? Because in the third quarter, that's when things started to turn around for the Clippers and they started to take over the game, you know what I mean? But I thought that we played well. We went up double digits earlier in the game, and we just couldn't sustain. So I don't like that, but I did like the fact that we did have a little run, and we had some runs throughout the game too, you know what I mean? We held the Clippers to a 4+ minute scoring drought in the first quarter, so I definitely like that. Our defense was much more focused tonight, I thought. You know, the Clippers and the Wizards are both bottom of the league offensive teams in regards to scoring points in the game, you know what I mean? So it was part us holding the Clippers to 102 points. And for us, that's a good, you know, to hold an opponent to 102 is good for us because we give up 110 sometimes, you know what I mean? So, but we couldn't even score 100 points tonight, and that's why we lost the game, you know what I'm saying? But I did like the fact that we held them to a scoring drought tonight. Our defenders were getting their hands on the ball. There was a lot of deflection tonight. Led to some steals. The Clippers ended up with, well, we both ended up with 14 turnovers. You know what I mean? The Clippers and the Wizards both had 14 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? I just believe that although the turnover was the same for both teams, the thing with the Wizards, and this has been a recurring theme, is not that we turn the ball over, it's when we turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? Bad turnovers in the second half that really helped the Clippers get back into the game and eventually take the lead. You know what I mean? But we did get our hands on a lot of ball, so I definitely like that. I thought Gafford, when he got into the game tonight, he was a presence in the paint. I mean, he didn't play that many minutes, only 10 minutes tonight, but was a +6. 6 points, 3 rebounds tonight. So maybe he should have got some more time. You know what I mean? Maybe let Porzingis played 35 minutes tonight. You know what I mean? So maybe if we gave Porzingis some of those minutes to Gafford, he might have been a little more fresher and may have been able to finish some of the shots that he missed in the paint tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's arguable. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that Gafford, when he was on the floor, was a presence, and maybe he should have played a little more tonight. You know what I'm saying? We took a double-digit lead in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? That's when we took our first double-digit lead tonight. You know what I'm saying? So that was the time where I was like, okay, can we sustain? Can we keep this up? But we know how the Wizards are. For some reason, they cannot handle prosperity in a game. They always lose a double-digit lead, and it was just disheartening for us to do it again tonight. Well, today, because they were in LA, you know what I'm saying? Early game. So today, to not jump on the Clippers, especially when it's well known that the Clippers are not a good team when they have to play early afternoon games. They don't come out with the same energy. So this was definitely a game where we should have took advantage of that. And we were taking advantage of that earlier in the game. But by the end of the third quarter, and definitely in the fourth quarter, I guess they woke up and they started to really take over the game, and we started doing dumb things. And when those two things combine, it's just not a good thing for the Wizards, and that's what occurred tonight. So definitely unhappy about that, you know what I mean? Monte Morris had a great game, had a great start to the game, let me say that. You know, he had 12 points in the first half, perfect from the floor in the first half. Unfortunately, he ended the game with 12 points. He was 5 for 5 in the first half. He ended the game 5 for 9. So you see where I'm getting at. He didn't score. He was 0 for 4 in the second half. Didn't score in the second half. Didn't contribute. Wasn't a factor. Don't even recall him having any, big factor play in the second half. And that are some of the things that Wizards fans complain about in regards to Morris. I like the fact that he doesn't turn the ball over. Only 1 turnover tonight to 5 assists. You know what I mean? But it's that he doesn't have that impact when we need him to have an impact. You know what I'm saying? And, for him to start so well and to finish so poorly, it's also disheartening. You know what I mean? It's like you have to continue. If you're hot in the first half, continue that hot streak in the second half and help us pull the win out. You know what I mean? So very unfortunate that he couldn't get it going in the second half and really wasn't a factor for us. But he did play well in the first half, and I did like that. Denny tonight, I felt played one of his better games tonight. Did a little bit of everything. Had a double-double. I felt personally he may have had the best game tonight. He played the most minutes. He was a minus 15, so maybe I shouldn't say that because he had the worst plus-minus on the floor tonight. But you can't just blame that on Denny. You know what I'm saying? He had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. He did have 3 turnovers, had 5 fouls. But he was perfect from the free throw line. Well, 1 for 3 from the three-point line, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt that he played well in one of his better games tonight. He was definitely popping out there, playing good defense in the first half on Kawhi Leonard until Kawhi decided that this was enough and I'm about to take over the game. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that if Avdija could build on this type of performance and give us more on the offensive end, moving forward, this is what we expect from Denny. He's a glue guy. He's a do the dirty work type of guy. And for him to have a double-double with 10 rebounds and give us 5 assists is definitely a good thing. So I definitely thought he played a decent game tonight. I thought as a team, we rebounded well. We rebounded very well. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Make sure. That's how I felt. We ended up with 42 rebounds, but the Clippers ended up with 49 rebounds. So I guess we didn't rebound the ball as well as I thought we did. You know what I mean? But I guess early in the game, it felt that we were getting good rebounds, but we didn't have. But Denny was the only player to be in double digits in the rebound department. You know what I mean? So I thought we rebounded okay, but we didn't rebound better than the Clippers, so we didn't rebound as well as I thought we did, looking at this box score. You know what I'm saying? There was a stretch where Barton got hot from the floor. Another 14 points tonight. 4 for 5 from the three-point line, so that was very good. But 5 for 12 from the field, you know what I mean? So he was really 1 for 7 inside the three-point line, you know what I mean? Which isn't good. And then he only had 2 turnovers, but again, it's when we have those turnovers. And he had a bad turnover in the fourth quarter that extended the Clippers' run and extended the Clippers' grip on the game. You know what I mean? So he did play well. He's been playing much better in the last few games. His three-point shot has been much better in the last few games. But those bad turnovers hurt us tonight. You know what I mean? So, but I did think he played a decent game tonight as well. I thought Jordan Goodwin played a good all-around game. Definitely stuffed the stat sheet tonight. He had 7 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, only 1 turnover. So very quality minutes off the bench tonight. Gave us a little bit of everything. So I definitely like that as well. We dominated the points in the paint, especially in the first half. We were 36 to 14 advantage points in the paint. You know what I mean? So definitely, that's our bread and butter. That's how we have the most success on offense when we play the inside-out game. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we just couldn't continue that same momentum in the second half, and we couldn't get the win. So I definitely like the fact that we emphasized getting the ball in the paint, trying to score in the paint tonight, though. And tonight, we hit our free throws. We were 12 for 13, over 90% from the free throw line. A welcome change to some of the bad free throw shooting that has been occurring in previous games, you know what I mean? So I like the fact that we hit free throws. And that's all I liked about tonight's game. Definitely enough for us to get the win. But unfortunately, the things that I'm about to mention are why we lost the game. You know what I mean? So these are the things that I dislike. I felt that in the second quarter, Kennard started to hit threes. He hit his first 3 threes of the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? And that's when things started. Not automatic. That's not when things really started to go left. But Kennard, when he starts hitting threes, there's for some reason we just can't stop him from hitting threes. You know what I'm saying? He entered the game 4 for 6 from the three-point line. 3 of those threes were definitely in the second quarter. And he was 7 for 12 from the field, so plus 7 on the floor. So I thought in the second half he just started to do his thing a little too much and became a factor for the Clippers and helped them get the win. We had 10 turnovers in the first half. You know what I'm saying? So we ended the game with 14 turnovers, so we only had 4 in the second half. But again, although it was only 4 in the second half, there were 4 key turnovers that helped the Clippers get back into the game, and we eventually lost. You know what I'm saying? So 10 turnovers in the first half was way too many turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like that. Our Clippers cut our double-digit lead that we got in the second quarter. They cut it down to single digits in the second quarter, towards the end of the second quarter. So I definitely like that. Kawhi started to hit his mid-range in the second quarter and started to take over in the second quarter, and then continued. He scored. Yeah, he continued in the fourth quarter and really closed the game out. Hit 8 straight points for the Clippers in the fourth quarter. Mid-range game is on fire, you know what I'm saying? And that was when the game started to just unravel. The Clippers have a superstar. The Nuggets the game before have a superstar. Tomorrow we play the Lakers. They got a couple of superstars. All their big-time players, in my opinion, are all better than Bradley Beal. You know what I'm saying? All closers. All can put the team on the back in key moments of the game and get wins. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't say Bradley Beal hasn't done that for us in the past, because he has. But he's not as consistent as Kawhi Leonard looked tonight, closing us out. How Jokic looked the other night, closing us out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a closer, the best player on the team, is supposed to do. And that's what Kawhi Leonard did for us, to us tonight, which I didn't like, but it was expected. They didn't have Paul George. They were shorthanded, but they still got the win. You know what I mean? This was a game where we were supposed to take advantage of their shorthandedness and get a win, and we just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely upset about that. We started the second half, third quarter, and fourth quarter as well. We started both quarters very slow, helped the Clippers get back into the game, gain confidence, and eventually take the game over. So those slow starts at the beginning of quarters definitely kills us, and we got to get better at that. We got to stay more focused. We got to run the offense the way we were running the offense early in the game. We have to just keep that same composure, same energy, same attention to detail throughout the game. I don't know what it is, what Coach Wes Unseld has to do to get his players to understand that we have to keep the same energy at all times. Now, of course, there's going to be lulls here and there, but the trend of us losing big leads, not sustaining efficient offense, has been appalling, because it's been happening throughout the season. It's not just tonight's game. It's a theme. It's something that us as Wizards fans just get used to, game in and game out. We know that when we go up big, it's not going to last long, and that's unfortunate, and it needs to turn around, and we need to get better at holding leads and staying focused. You know what I mean? We were 5 for 21 in the third quarter shooting the ball. We had a stretch where we only had 1 field goal in the last 4 minutes of the third quarter. So again, just shows that our offense got stagnant, wasn't running the offense well, not getting good shots, and letting the Clippers get back into the game and stymie us. You know what I mean? So again, man, I don't know. The Wizards have to do something about that, man. And the part of that is Bradley Beal getting back. You know what I'm saying? But I can't just blame it on Bradley Beal, because we were shooting the ball well in the first half. We were running the offense well in the first half. We were getting good shots in the first half. So I just don't understand how we could do something so well in the first half and then all of a sudden forget how to do it in the second half. Now I know Coach Lue probably made adjustments, and that was a big part of it. Denying Porzingis the ball, that was definitely something that occurred. But other players have to step up when there's double teams going to Porzingis, when they're denying him the ball. Other players have to step up, make shots, and Coach Unseld has to draw up plays to get other players involved for them to have success. We need something to happen when we become stagnant on our offense, and we just couldn't figure it out in key moments of the game, especially in the second half. In the fourth quarter, when our bad start in the fourth quarter, that's when the Clippers went up one, and then they eventually started to stretch that lead out, and we eventually took a L. You know what I'm saying? The Clippers had 10 plus offensive rebounds. They ended the game with 12 offensive rebounds to our 7 offensive rebounds. So again, second chance points, second possessions. Just, we just didn't box out well. We let them out-rebound us, and again, they were small in the front court. They didn't have Zubac tonight, and they still out-rebounded us. Still got a plus 5 advantage on the offensive boards. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that. And their bench beat us tonight as well. Their bench, they had three players on the bench score in double figures. Kennard with 20, Mann with 10, Coffey with 10. That's a total of 40 points. And then Boston Jr. had 2 points. So they had 42 points off the bench to our 27 points off the bench. You know what I mean? So they dominated us off the bench. And that was a key reason we lost the game tonight. You know what I mean? Well, today. You know what I mean? So that's everything that I disliked about today's game. You know what I mean? Just didn't get the job done. We had a run. We were up big, and we just couldn't sustain. You know what I mean? So, it's just a common theme. You know what I mean? A 9-game losing streak. Nothing to smile about. Nothing to feel good about. They need a win, man. They need a win. And it's going to be a tough challenge against LA, which is playing very good basketball. And we got to win in LA. If we didn't win today, we got to win tomorrow night. We need to rest, and we need to win. That's all I can say. We need a win. Any way, anyhow. We need a win. That's all I got for y'all tonight, man. So, man, if y'all enjoyed the content, I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. At the Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter at Wizards Review. You can follow me as well, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on the Xbox Series X and S on NBA 2K23. Know what I mean? So anyway, man, till tomorrow night, see y'all after the Lakers game. You know what I mean? Hopefully that we could get a win against a tough opponent. We need a win. I don't know what else to say, but we need a win. 9 straight losses is not a good look at all. We need a win badly. So I'll be tuning in. Hopefully we get a win. You know what I mean? So, oh man, and tomorrow the Commanders play Sunday night too. Big game. Oh man, so I'm going to be doing double duty in regards to watching both games, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely going to watch this game. Hopefully we can get a win. Both of us, both teams, the Wizards and the Commanders, get a win. We need wins in the DC area tomorrow evening, you know what I mean? So anyway, man, enjoy your evening. Until tomorrow, take care. Peace.